What's up, everybody? Yeah, this is Todd, aka Itinerant Hobbyist, aka The Rogue, and I'm here just to do a little quick live play of some Naval Thunder. Yeah, I get it. I get it. This is not blue. I thought I had a blue mat, and it's too small. It's been cut up for rivers, and I thought I had another one, but I do not. And so instead of just using the plain board, because you would see some green from this mat, I'm just going to stick with the Russian steps that I have. So it's kind of like a C, right? So let me do one thing. I got to share something real quick here before I start, and then we'll get going here. You go to the video. You're going to hear a little overlap here. You share this with some peoples. I don't know, maybe I'll go an hour here while I get this going. It's been a long time since I've played, and it's got the itchy snitch. So let's put this here. Join me for some live play. Naval, oh, that's someone's name. That's hilarious. All right, and there we go. And let me post. It's gonna be pretty captivating with this wheat field here. So, all right, got one person viewing. Let me know who's watching. Pretty please. All right, so basically we've got Battle of Cape Spada. Let me get to that real quick. Should have been to that page, but I turned to look up a rule. So, Battle of Cape Spada. And I don't have a picture of the rule. Shoot. I don't have the cover. I'm using Naval Thunder. I need a simpler set of rules, and this has fit the bill for many, many years. So, Battle of Cape Spada, 19th of July, 1940. The Italians here have dispatched a small cruiser force, 2 ships, to conduct hit-and-run raids against British tankers suspected in the area. Instead, they encounter and pursue a British sub-sweeping force. But what they find are some destroyers. So it's like, uh-oh. And then, so here's the force. You've got 2 light cruisers, D. Giussano, the Bandiniere, and the Culiani. You got the against 6 British ships. Hardly seems fair. You got the Sydney, Australian, obviously, a Perth-class light cruiser. The Havoc, an H-class destroyer. They're over there in the corner up there. And then here you got the Ilex, Hero, Hasty, and Hyperion, which are I-class and H-class destroyers. So it's a very similar force. Well, these are very similar. And the destroyer over there is the same. And these are all light cruisers. There's no command ship, which has to be a heavy cruiser or more, so everyone's a command 8. I'm using a lot of the optional rules, but I'm not using the flexible command rating just to help me keep track. I'm also going to try something different. So normally you write the orders down, which in this case, I'm all for. It's kind of cool, and then everything's done simultaneously. Instead, I'm going to use an initiative system. It's an optional rule that they provide for 2-player games. And I think in this case, just to speed it up a little bit, so I'm not sitting there writing things down. So what happens is you have a battleship movement, then you have cruiser movement, and then you have destroyer movement. So in this case, my light cruisers all roll initiative. I think I roll, look, I'm going to go with it. Whoever wins the initiative has it for all the turns. I think that's right. And then in the firing step, there's a little thing I didn't understand. So, and then normally in the firing step, then whoa, I'm going to brain tease here. Yeah, and then the battleships shoot, and then the cruisers shoot, and then the destroyers shoot. Now, and then you have torpedoes. The visibility is 40 inches. What else do I want to say? Oh, and during the shooting step, so at the end of the battleship, and there are no battleships, so at the end of the cruiser shooting, all the damage is applied. So it gives them an advantage on shooting, which is cool. But it says, so if the two, imagine the cruisers are shooting at each other. Normally you would apply all the damage at the end of the, they're shooting simultaneously. But it says in this alternative activation like this, so it's a little different. You apply all the shooting immediately. That doesn't make sense to me, because you're still using the cruisers and the. So I'm going to stick with the other way, the way it should be, like it's all at the end of that phase, because I'm not quite understanding why that would make a difference there. So I'm using Topside Minis paper flats. I believe I traded whatever, my local, and you're not gonna be able to see that probably. Really nice though. These are really good quality prints from Topside Minis on the Litco type of base, little plywood. Really nice print, super clear. You got the ship name. Again, you can't see that, I'm sorry. You got the ship name, the flag, and the kind of ship it is, and the number. It's pretty cool. A little wave after it. I like that. I got rid of those things. I'm like, I'm trying to lighten my load, both metaphorically and otherwise. And so I went with that. And it's just finding the ships and painting them. I'm like, you know what? I'm narrowing down what I'm painting. So there's that. So this is cool. But then I did hear something. Victory at Sea. I didn't realize that Warlord Games owned them. And I've always heard about Victory at Sea. That's kind of equivalent level as Naval Thunder. Paul Pibakis has told me that, and well, he didn't tell me that, but he's always kind of talked highly about those rules. But then he just let me know on a chat I was on with him and Curtis's channel, GM's Alcove, that Warlord is actually coming out with the new rule set. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. 1/1800 ships. That's what these are. I'm pretty sure that's what Topside Mini is. So a little bigger than what you want to use normally for World War II. But the models, I'm sure, are going to be fantastic. And they're modeled on the base with the waves. Very cool. But dang, the ships are expensive. So I got this set for like $3. $3. That's ridiculous. So I could buy like the entire set of some huge battle for like, I think the biggest thing is like $38. And unless you buy like the whole fleet or something, a whole order of battle or something. But like a huge battle is like $38, $40. Oh my gosh, it's like $24 for like the Yamamoto or something. And I'm like, dude. So it's cool. I love the starter sets and I love the concept. But the only starter set they have is for Pacific, which I'm not really into. I don't know, man. So let's see. Someone's commented here. Sorry, I'm going to have to cross in front. Hey, what's up, man? Al Red Sox fan, good sports channel. Go check him out. He's always one of the first people to join in. So let's give this a shot, guys. I think I pretty much got this game. That's what's cool about this. I haven't played this in years, and I think I have it. Correct me if you see mistakes, and then tear out your hair. All right, well, let's roll for initiative. We'll use. I want to make sure I'm using the same kind of dice. So, British roll, they get a 5. Italians get a 1. So British go first. So this means that the Italian has to move one of his cruisers first. So I think as the Italian, I want to get behind these guys. Now, there's not much of an advantage because these do not block line of sight for the cruisers shooting at each other. However, if they're within 6 inches of each other, then it does block it. So they're going to move it like that. If I move them in formation, I can move them all at once. I might want to do that. I might want to split them up. I might want to, do I want to take those guys on? My initial thought was take them both over here and destroy them. It's a victory point battle, so I want to destroy as many ships as I can. So I think I am going to concentrate my firepower, and I'm going to focus all my efforts on these. And so they will move as a formation. I guess I'll do line of battle, not line of battle, what's it called? Anyway, there's you can do line, or you can do formation. Gosh, I gotta get that name down. Anyway, they're gonna move together. The movement on these cruisers is 9 inches. So basically they're moving and turning together. Let me look up that. There's some difference about that formation, and I'm gonna really try to limit, famous last words, limit my lookup of the rules. So this game abstracts out aircraft and submarines because the author argues, and I'm cool with it, and this is one reason I was cool with that, because I just wanted to get a little bit, but I know the planes can be fun, like simming out aircraft and the subs out, and can be really cool. But his argument is that once they make contact, that part's done for the most part. So you got line ahead formation or line of bearing. So line of bearing is that the ships are in a line that is echelon out to the left or right, depending on which way each turn is made. By making another simultaneous turn, the ships are okay. Okay, so they both move 9 inches. Basically, I want to get them, so I'm going to move them. So they're going to move an inch. You go by the back of the base, which I find interesting. So you go 1. And we'll just put him here, so he'll go 1. And then he's going to turn. He'll turn. And it costs 1 inch to move, so that's 2 inches they've used. So he'll move up there. Move up there. And they'll both turn back. They're done. Now, normally you don't move the destroyers, you only move the destroyers in the destroyer's turn. But these guys are going to be in formation, so I think I'm just going to steam them straight ahead. Though maybe not. I might send that destroyer around another side. So the movement of that guy. So who are these two guys together? I need to put them together. Havoc. Let's put his stuff together. So I'm using these little data cards. I'm not going to be able to read these again. The lighting is terrible for this. Because I got someone else in there. I got to look at a comment. So it's got all the movements. It's very small. And so another reason I'm not writing these down is these are so small. If I were to print this, I'd probably do half a page or maybe a third of a page. So I'd use 3 on a sheet. That's about what these are. But they need to be a little bigger. You're supposed to write down their movement, like 1P 3S. So you'd move 1 inch, turn port, move 3 inches, turn starboard. It's pretty cool. So you'd write all those down, and you do that ahead of time. And you got to make sure you're doing it all right. And if you're playing with multiple players, and you don't know what the other team's going to do, it's kind of a neat way to show hidden movement. And it's pretty easy to do it. It's a little harder to do with troops, like ground troops. So you have these cards. So the Sydney's a little slower at 8. So it's going to be a couple turns here before I get probably any firing done. But if I hustle it up here, just move them straight ahead and maybe do it 1 turn. I'm really tempted to come around the back here. So he's going to move an inch, and you measure from the back, which I always got to remember that. So move an inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches, turn, which causes that ducks to 6, 8. All right, so there we go. Trying to get more of those guns. You turn 90. Yeah. All right, and then so that's that. So now the, well, that's all the things. So now the British can move their destroyers. These guys move 9. So move an inch. Oh, yeah. I was going to use the acceleration box, so you can only speed up and slow down. That means I have to write down their speed. So they started up, so he could have moved 7 inches. So let's move him back an inch. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. So they have this thing where acceleration, deceleration, you can only change it for the cruisers. You can only change it 2 inches. So if they start the game moving at 4, you can only go up to 6, up 6, down to 2, because you can't just start and go a ship, like easy. And then the destroyers can go up and down 3. So who else do we have here? Oh, yeah, thanks, Al. And we got 3 people watching. Hey, let me know who's on. As usual, just let me know. Oh, I owe a video to somebody. I better make that. I'm not sure how to handle the destroyers. I guess I just feel like kind of surrounding these guys, like buzzing them around. So 1, 2. Now these guys, I'm considering doing that movement where I turn them all together. Now my initial concept was I was going to turn them all, come around this way. I might still do that. Can I make that happen? So they all got to move an inch, and they're going to turn, move an inch, and turn. I think we can make this happen without falling off the side of the Earth, because it's all flat and all. So just kidding. It's called a joke. 1, 2. You can do 90-degree turn. 2. 3. Let's go 4. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. How's that going to work out here? So move 1, turn 90 degrees, 2, 3, 4, turn 90 degrees. Well, we're not going to be in formation now. Let me think that through here a second. How would I do this? So they all got to move an inch. So let's move everybody. Let's do them together. So 1 inch. I think I'm going to put them all close together to start the game. They're supposed to be half to 1 inch. Let's make sure let's make them about an inch apart. All right, so now they're going to move 2. 3, 4. I'm getting right up to the edge. 4, 8, 4, 4. I'm probably being a little too exact on that. 4. 5. Whew. 5. I'm getting close. 5. 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. So now they're not in formation. 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. So at the end of the next turn, I guess I could say they're still in that line. I don't know if I'm supposed to join them back in that formation or not. I'm not sure. Messy. What's up, Paul? Speaking of Paul, still raking those leaves, I hope. Hope you're just listening to me. Hope I'm keeping you company while you're doing that. So everybody go check out Paul puts up some videos occasionally. Wargaming dude from Australia. Check him out. Who else do we got watching? A couple other people watching. Let me know. All right, so that is that. Oh boy, now it's time for. It's the only problem. This guy won't be able to fire unless you can hit him over there. All right, so now we reverse roles. Now the winner of initiative, which was the British this turn, get to fire. Now, I should probably get a little marker to mark this. It's basically just kind of a 90-degree angle off the side here for the port weapons. But first we do the light cruiser step. So anything port that can fire port or forward can fire there. Let's see if we have any range here, though. And it's 42 inches. The visibility is 40. I do have radar as the British, but I don't think that helps me because it's. I mean, it's the advantage of radar, though, right? But I don't know. Yeah, I would think radar would allow you to fire over 40. All right, I told you I'm not going to look up rules, but I have to make sure I get this right because it could make a major. It is supposed to be a major advantage for the British and the Australians, and the Commonwealth, because. So it's kind of cool if you're firing main batteries. None of these ships have main batteries. You put splash markers, and those make it harder to hit a little bit because I'm just not sure if it says visibility. Sorry, I just read all this and I can't wait to start shooting because some cool things can happen when you start hitting stuff. Shoot. Oh, I can smoke. That's what destroyers are good for. Yeah, this guy should lay smoke. Okay, I need to remember to do that. You would think radar would help, and now I'm not finding it. And now I'm like, okay, it's taking too long. Ay, caram. And they still be historical initiative. Oh, and British have special rules. I need to need to look what those British special rules are too. And are able to make gunfire attacks through smoke and have a 40-inch range target limit instead of 20 during night battles. Well, shoot, this is taking me way too long. Anybody knows Naval Thunder? It's so funny. I just read all this stuff here. Shoot. Well, I need to look at what the British special rules are too. Sorry, just heard something in the house. I'm like, what was that? We have a young man staying with us, and he can be quite loud sometimes. Okay, now this is a bummer. I'm not finding it at all where they explain radar. So, sorry everybody. We're just going to go with 40-inch range for now. But the guns do give you, the radar does help you in firing. I just would think it would allow you to go beyond the visibility range, but that's weird. Because like at night, your visibility is limited to 20 inches. And your radar can only see 20 inches. I mean, there's some limitations there. And here's something you can use your command roll, like at night. Okay, well, we're going to say visibility said 40, and so now let's look up the special rules real quick for British. I should have looked at it before we went. The Italians didn't have anything that affected them here. Nothing there, nothing there. Oh, my caramba, man. I am not finding anything here. I apologize, everybody. British ship data. Oh, man. Okay, the British have some special rules. Let's see, here they are. This is not going the way I thought they'd go. It's normal, though. It's a live stream. This is live television. Advanced fire radar through smoke, 40-inch limit during night battles, command rating. Okay, so there's a 40-inch limit through smoke. The command rating +1 to roll. So I could give them that +1 on initiative rolls. Okay. So it can fire through 40 inches of smoke. You can see through it. So the Italians could set up smoke, but there's no need. Okay. So the range is 40, so they can't hit anything. However, these guys might be able to. Will be able to, because they are now only 20. I'm going to go to the ship drawing because it always talks about not using the base. So I'll go from the guns to the middle of the ship. So 22 inches. Here they go. This guy can't fire because he's the same size as him. This guy's going to be able to fire just his forward gun. So this is the Bandinere. He's got 2 guns, each with 2 turrets. That's going to be 4 dice rolling. He is firing. Oh, are you serious? Like, wasn't sure that's accurate there. It's over 22, doggone, by like half an inch. It's solid half an inch over this, so it's going to be a long range shot. With his secondary, the secondary big guns, 6-inch guns. It's going to be long range. The base target number to hit a destroyer is a 9+. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be rolling 4d10. So 9+, but let's see what else we got. It's +3, so it's a 12. They don't have any control. No, no. I'm just kind of going through the markers here. The crew ratings, we're not adjusting that. We're not crossing the T yet. I don't think that's considered. No, this guy would be crossing the T. Okay. Okay. It's gonna be a 12. So, but you can hit it. So at 12, I roll a 10 followed by an 8. So let's go. Oh man, I rolled a 9. That's cool. So I would have rolled nothing. That's all it hit. So that's all misses. So that's done. So now the destroyer firing step. So let's put this away. I think the only guy that's going to be able to fire is him if he has range. So who is that? Hyperion. So the cool thing is if you have a lot of destroyers on the thing, you can combine them all into one card. So you have this huge ship, right? And then when you knock them off, you destroy a gun battery. So the range. So it's going to be extreme range. He does have radar. So let's see what happens here. I'm shooting at a light cruiser, so it's an 8+. It's 13. Radar. Oh, I don't get to use it at extreme range, so it's a 13. Am I crossing the T? So it's the first thing. If you're firing your weapons like that, well, who'd be able to fire at them? So let's take a look here. So I got to step in front of the. Do I have my dice here? I can look. You just get the 3s out and you put it next to it. It sounds like the dog is up. And let me get my laser finder. I don't know if he's able to fire at these guys. Okay, he is. There's, man. I would say he is. It goes from the center of the thing here. So let me do that again. And just barely. Just barely the side ones and for sure the front. No, maybe not the front. Yeah, wow. Front and starboard side. So because they're all front and starboard. So anything that has an F or an S. So it's basically one gun, 2 turrets. So it's 4 again. Well, hitting on 13s. I have to roll. It's as high as you can get. 10 followed by a 10. There's a 10 followed by a 2. So nothing happened there. Okay, cool. Kind of expected on the first turn of a naval game. We don't expect to get a whole lot happening there. Let's see if we got any comments here. So that's the end of the first turn. And the destroyer, I'm not going to use the speed thing. I don't have to record that. Oh, well, too bad, Paul. It started raining. What a bummer, huh? Okay, so now we roll for initiative. I am going to give the British a +1 since they get a little extra command rating. Makes sense. So the British get a 2. Uh-oh. And then the Italians get a 7. So the British have to move first. And the cruiser first. I'm just going to move him. I might turn him a little bit, but then he's going to be crossing the T there. Let's just move him 8. Now the Italians. Okay, so they see him booking it on over there. They see him turn that way. So they're thought of doing that. I mean, they could still do it, but they might get rammed. I just really want to get up here and just shoot up some ships here. 7. Turn like that. Well, I'm kind of playing chicken with him if I go. All right, so he's going to go an inch, do his turn now. All right, destroyer movement. So I thought, so I got these smoke markers. I do have cotton. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use, I dropped a marker. Smoke's kind of cool. So this guy's going to lay smoke. And you lay 2 different colors. I'm just going to just take every other one. Like you could use a dark gray and a light gray. And then as he moves 9 inches, he's going to lay it out there. So I'll go more. Nope, gotta move it back. Keep forgetting. It was 9. This is really weird to do this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So then you put 2 more, and you just kind of create this line. So let's put an even number here. And you'll see why at the smoke removal phase. So now he's got that line. I've never laid smoke in the game, so that's kind of fun. So now these guys are protected. You cannot fire through smoke unless you have a radar. These guys can't. These guys can, actually. So I need to remember that. So now let's move this guy. They're no longer in formation, so I'm not doing that anymore. So they're going to move up, I guess, up to here. Ooh, he could move. Yeah, I could move him. Kind of hug that. Maybe I might do some formation. So he's going to move an inch, turn a little bit. So that's 2 inches. And he's going to move 7. So now the next turn he can be in formation. But now he's behind the smoke. This guy, on the other hand, will move an inch, turn. That's 2 inches. So now he's going to move up 7, turn. That's 8, and then move another 1 inch. So now they're all behind smoke. Very cool. Now they can fire at him. And this guy, on the other hand, is like, gotta get my boys. So, boom up here, boom, boom, and then turn. He's gonna just kind of follow this guy here. I wonder if he should steam ahead of him. Yeah, I should have him steam ahead and lay smoke. He can fire through the smoke. He can't fire there. Okay, firing step. So let me make sure I get this down here. We're smoke clearing. Okay. All right, so what are we doing? How are we going here? So now it's moving on to the firing step. I think it might be raining here too. I think I hear thunder. Okay, thunder. Okay, so here's the thing with the firing thing. Yeah, I'm going to stick with what I said. All right, so where's my dice? I need to get a little template, a little clear poly template to show. Okay, so let's look at the Sydney. Now, here's why shooting initiative would be good, because then why it'd be good is because then it'd be, there's some advantage to having the initiative of firing during that step. But you do have it when you're shooting at destroyers. Yeah, this destroyer could be destroyed. All right, so what do we got here for the Sydney? We got, so I need anybody who can fire forward. Let's check the forward thing as well. I'm still good. Oh, yeah, I'm still good there. I don't think you can hit this guy. Nope, but you can hit this guy. So forward and port. So whoever can fire forward and port. So now I got 6. Okay, so now I've got 2 6s. Let's look at the 6s. I got a 4-inch guns too. So the 6s, I'm just gonna go from the middle of the model. So the middle of the model to the middle of the model is over 33 inches. So it's extreme range. Oh God. And my 4 inches can't even hit it. Shoot. Well, at least I can fire those. So the 4s are going to be at extreme range. So it doesn't help there. So it's going to be extreme is going to be 5+. Hitting a light cruiser is an 8, so it's a 13. Nothing reduces them. No hits, not surprising. Okay. Now these guys get to fire. So it's just over 33. So let's just check that measurement again. And it's like one of those things like it is like spot on, dude. I mean, to touch the middle of the thing, it's over 33. So it's extreme. His other guns can't reach it, just barely. They're all just barely. So these are going to be. Now this, I don't think his. This is where the laser sight is nice. So yeah, it's only his port guns that can hit him. So it's only the 6s, so port. So it's going to be 8 dice. 2 guns for turrets, ports. This 3.9s can't hit him. So it's going to roll 8 dice ports. It's going to be 13. But there's a chance, So there's 4 and there's 4. I love rolling D10s. Oh, it's D10s. I got 2 10s here. So I get some of our first damage, a 10. Oh, an 8 and a 6. So nope. Okay, so splash. Okay, so there's that. Not really splash though. I don't know why I have that. Let me move this up here. Okay, now this guy. Oof. He can't fire any of those guys, but he can fire here. It's probably out of that front. Yeah, I definitely need a template here. Poly template. Plexi template. I mean, it's one of those things like depends where you put this guy, right? So, man. I mean, I think you got to go to the nature of the thing. Yeah, it's out of the thing. So it's going to be all the starboard weapons that he can fire at him. It's going to be a lot. So it's going to be starboard, 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 starboard. Holy mackerel. Wow. It's going to be 8. Oh, geesh. Okay, so how far is it? Center to center. 13 inches. Yikes, dude. This cannot be good. So let's roll the 6 inches first. 6 inches, 13 inches. It is medium range. So it's a +1. So it's a 10 to hit him. But secondary battery weapon at 20 inches or less is -2. So now it's an 8. I think because they can fire faster and it's easier. I'm not sure. And I need to look. I'm not crossing the T. So it's an 8 to hit. So roll 8 dice on 8s. Yikes. 1, 2 hits. Okay, so there's 2 hit on those. I'm going to just go ahead and resolve the damage here so I can remember. I probably need something to mark this off. Okay, so it hits. The penetration value of the 6-inch gun is 3. The Hyperion has that armor value of 4. Oh boy. All right, so rolling 2 dice. So you add 7 to 3, that's a 10. And a 6, so it's a 10 and a 9. So you get 2 penetrating hits. I'm using a long range plunging, but that doesn't really matter here because it's not long range. So now I got to roll 2 hits. I got to roll 4d10 to see what all the damage is. Here we go. Ooh, 1, 1, 6, 8. So bridge. So you got 2 bridge hits. I'll have to look at what happens if you get a certain number. I'm going to need more markers, the bigger. So I just made these little markers out of like thick cardstock. It's thicker than cardstock and glued. It's like my dog's up drinking. 2 bridge hits and a fire and a secondary battery turret. So we got 2 bridge hits and a fire. Let me check out what happens if I get two bridge hits and a secondary battery turret. So now I got to go back to the rules, everybody. See what happens. So I got some excitement happening. The Bandinera shot the front guy. Took a chance to cover his cohorts. Now all these guys will be able to fire when it's their turn. He may be blocked by his guy. All right. I don't think I need to look at that anymore. So I can look up what happens when the hits here. Oh, armor penetration modifiers. It doesn't matter. You got it, but I did not get 3 times. So, okay. So now let's look at the damages here. What happens? So bridge. It permanently reduced the ship's command rating by 1, so now it's a 7. Okay, so now it's a 6. Oh, what? During any movement phase in which the ship has the bridge critical marker on it, the ship must move in a straight line. On its last course from the prior turn, the ship moves a number of inches equal to the total movement points used from the prior turn. Oh, yikes. Ooh, I need to keep track of that then. I guess I need to be writing the inches moved. They moved 9. Now they moved 9. The ship may have multiple bridge hit markers. It may not maneuver normally or be part of a formation until all bridge markers have been removed. Roll to remove a bridge critical hit marker during the damage control step. So he gets 4 because he got 2 bridge markers. So he actually gets 4. Sheesh. I'm going to need more of these bad boys. Holy mackerel. Is it permanent reduce? So he is now down to a 6 command rating. Yikes. Oh, and I have to roll the damage. They're all criticals. Oh shoot! Might not even be necessary to do all this work here. Hold on. The damage is 3, so it's oh yeah, he's destroyed. Sorry. That's too bad because it would fires and flooding are fun. Yeah, so when you get a whole hit, I mean they're destroyers, so he's sunk. So bloop. There's 50 points to the Italians. Yikes. Okay, well, 51 points. Never mind, that was a lot of work for that. Okay. I'm going to keep him, he might get some damage here. Wow, okay. May have to move my dice tray. And so now it's the destroyer shooting. So let's get the hasty, let's just measure it out here and see what we got. And both of them will just use their starboard side. So middle to middle is 17 for him. And 18 and a half. So 17 and 18. Let's get their guns out. The hasty and hero. And oh, well, it's both going to be long range, so that's cool. It's the same guns on all of them. So long range, yep, starboard. So it's going to be, oh, everyone can do starboard and port, so it's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8. So so it's going to be 4 per ship. So they're firing through smoke with the radar, so that's really good. So it's, did I say long range? Yep. So long range is 3. So it's a light cruiser. So it's an 11. -1. So back down to 10s. So that's good. We're at less than 20. So now we're on 8s. It's cool you can use crew ratings. That'd be fun. Okay, 8s. This is, we'll roll for the hasty. 8. 1 hit. Okay, so let's 8. Now, can he even penetrate? So 8, hasty, it's a 1 penetration. Armor value 6, so yeah, he can hit it. So 1 plus 10 is 11. He got him. So he got him. He's going to do, if he doesn't penetrate, it's half the damage. If he does, it's that. So hasty does 2 damage. So he is now at 18. Right, he rolls with critical, 2 and a 7. So there's a bridge hit. So now we get to use it. His command value goes down 1. Now he's at a 7. And he also got a torpedo mount is destroyed. So a torpedo mount on the starboard side is destroyed. So it's done. Well, I don't know if it's destroyed. Let's look and make sure. One of the ships is damaged. Cross off 1 unused. Okay. All right, so the next one gets to roll. So hitting on 8s, so that's good. They lost the torpedo mount and one hit. So does he penetrate? Another 11, so another 2 points of damage on him. He's now down to 14. Another criticals. That one's cocked die, actually, so 3 and an 8. So there's a fire. And an 8 is... Oh! And I keep forgetting the armor penetration modifier. Okay, I think I need to read this. Okay, hold on. So the first one I rolled a 1 and a what? A 7? So, gosh, I'm going to have to look at that. So let's say it was a 1 and a 3, so it would have been a 4. So it's just a fire. You add the 2 D10 together. So this is an 11. So it's a secondary battery turret. Oh, that's worse. So I didn't do a... Oh, I must... Wait. Okay, I rolled a... Wow, how did I do that? Oh, I must have rolled a... When I rolled a 3 and a 7, so it would have been a 10. So it's actually a secondary. So you roll 2 D10 and add them together. So you'll never have a bridge hit with 2D. No, you could have 2D10. You could roll 2 ones. Okay. So sorry, everybody. So actually, it's a secondary battery turret. It was hit on the starboard side. Well, I'm obviously going to pick the. I'm assuming it's the defender gets to choose until I see otherwise. So they're going to destroy one of the 3.9s on the port side. Nope, starboard side. Jiminy Christmas. So, and it would also be nice to have these marked or a little bigger and then use a dry erase. But that's fine for here. It didn't take me much to make them. All right, so secondary battery turret, and then I rolled an 11, and another secondary battery turret was taken out. So I'm just going to go with the small ones again. Wow. But he does have a... So he doesn't have a fire. You add them together. Darn, I just can't get a fire started here. Fire starter. Okay, got it though. All right, well, so that's pretty good. He's lost 4. He's down to 16 points. He's at command. Nope, you don't do the command thing because there was no bridge hit. So that was a mistake. But he did lose 2 guns, so that's pretty bad. So good job there, boys. That destroyer can't do anything over there, so all right. So there's that turn. What time is it? All right, how long have I been on here? 58 minutes. Oh, I'm down to 1 viewer. Sorry, it's not quite that exciting. Okay, so now let's smoke removal phase. So what you do is you take off every other one. It's still a line of smoke. It's just a little shorter, so that's kind of cool. But it helps you tick off the movement. I'm sure it'd be fun to add wind and stuff. Okay. All right, so there's that. So okay, initiative roll. British get +1 because the command. Got to roll them separate. Okay, so British +1, 11 to 6. All right, so you didn't even need to roll that. So the Italians move first. Well, this is bad. So they need to actually get to the other side of those guys and get this guy over here. So maybe in this turn, this guy should smoke. I think I will. Can he smoke? Yeah, he should smoke. And then do a little turn. And you're going to try to get behind these guys. This guy, he's lost 2 of his guns, so now he can only fire. Still got 2 guns. He's still got actually 8 guns that can shoot over there, so he could still do some damage. But this guy's going to try to smoke him out and help his buddy out. He can move 8 inches. So he's going to start smoking. Boom, boom. He's going to move up to 2. Turn. And he gets 1 more inch. So, drop on my console again. Let's put a nice even number here. 2. 2. 2. 2. Now he can fire through smoke. So yeah, actually maybe smoke doesn't really help. Yeah, it looks cool. It doesn't cost me anything to do it. And this guy, oh yeah, it doesn't do any good if he's getting, well. Yeah, do you always have to move something? How about you always do? That's a good question. Do you always have to move? So this is, in this step, you probably want to write down each turn, kind of what you move. Because I think I like the idea of the acceleration, deceleration thing. It's pretty cool. I got to keep the cards in front of me a little better. If I get really close, though, I can't fight through that smoke. One. 2. I think I might have messed him up too. No, I did 2. There's 1, 2, and then he's gonna move up here. Boom. Yeah, you definitely got to use the acceleration thing because that would impact like how much you can slow down and speed up. Like you can't stop. I mean, I'm not gonna allow them to stop a turn. They got to get down low. So interesting. You still can't see anything. I mean, I don't think. I can't see the center of the ship, and that's what I'm going to use. I mean, technically, I mean, I guess, but you can barely see them. So, yeah, the Italians are kind of screwed here. This British line of smoke is good. All right, so there's that. So they've moved. So now, the good thing about the Italians, though, is they've kind of got him. If he comes straight at him, he's going to cross that T. I think I'm going to bring this bad boy around to the side of him and just blast the heck out of him. I did talk about, well, yeah. Shoot. All right, so I'm not going to do any pre-measuring. All right, so I'm going to have this guy move 1, 2, turn for 3. And he's going to stay there. Maybe move 3, 4. And he's going to turn another like that for 5. All right, I'll see what happens here. See how this works. Okay, destroyer movement. Let's just go ahead and move this guy. So here's my plan. So one, oh, smoking. I'm gonna run out of smoke. I did run out of smoke. Where's my other smoke? Now I'm getting excited here. Getting excited. All right, so what do we got here? So we got the destroyer. This destroyer is going to lay smoke here. He's going to kind of zigzag around and lay smoke here. Not really, because that is a movement, evasive maneuvers. So there's one. So he's going to move an inch, turn, two, and then turn again. That's not going to protect him from that ship at all, is it? I need a bag of cotton. If I'm going to play this game, I need a bag of cotton balls. That did me no good. So that's fine. It's worth a shot. So, and now these destroyers. What am I going to do? Do I want to lay smoke again? Get another ship all destroyed? So if I do smoke again, I can bring this guy around like this and just kind of create a smoke screen. He's gonna be right in the target of the guns again, but let's do it. So cotton balls are small, so smoke. There's a limit to how many times you can do that. 1. So 6, 7. 8, 9. Oh boy, it's crossing the T. It's crossing the T, bro. So I am assuming it's, man, I gotta get some cotton balls here because I got just strings of cotton. Paul, is that you still on, listening in? The other battle I want to play that I have the minis for, or the topside minis for, is I've got the River Plate, and I've got Cape Bon. And Cape Bon seems like an interesting one because it's at night, like actually in the morning, like 3 o'clock in the morning, and the Italians have fuel tanks on the front of their ships, and so their aft guns, if they fire them, they don't. I don't have a scenario for it, but I would put this rule in that if you fire your aft guns, there's a 20% chance, so a 2 or lower, or an 8 or higher, or 9, 10, or a 1, 2 would cause them to spark and start a fire. So I think that'd be fun. There was another, so you're at night, so your visibility is to 20 inches, except for the British who have radar. And oh man, there's just so many things that could go wrong for the Italians on it. And they're like near a shoreline, so I'd probably make it. And the reason they think the Italian guy have diverted is because there's mines, and you didn't want to go through the mines, but they're kind of near land somewhat. So I don't know if I'd make some land. No, it's an interesting. If you know a scenario of Cape Bon, let me know. All right, so yeah, we'll finish after this turn here. Okay, so that guy's come up here. He's perfectly crossing the T of this guy. It's going to be harder to hit. Now this guy's going to move. One, two. So I'm going to do that. Because this guy will do the same. 1, 2. Can do a little ramming here. Oh, I should probably just put him back here so he can fire on. So everyone's moved. Look at all that smoke. That is awesome. Be cool to make a little bit better, cooler smoke than just the things there. All right, so now it's the cruiser's turn to fire. The British get to fire first. I'm going to reread those rules and see if it does. I mean, I don't know why you would change. I don't know why I'm struggling, first of all, with that. So let's see what our range is. I think we're still going to be pretty far out. I need to get this guy. This guy needs to get into the battle. So he's 30 inches. So come on, Sydney, get in there. I'm trying to get in there, but I'm trying to get it behind the smoke screen. So this guy might have to go around and kind of whip around and do a thing and get some smoke going this way, because that did nothing. So 30 inches. So, well, okay, I'm only long range now, so that's cool. So again, only his main guns can go. So he's got his 6-inch guns, definitely starboard. So he's got, yeah, again, he can fire eight rounds at this guy. He's long range, so let's take some looks here. So it's an 8 to hit. It's long range, so it's an 11 to hit. It's a -1. So it's a 10 to hit. Not that, so 10 to hit. Oh, God. Okay, no hits. All right, these guys turned. So we know what so can he fire on the Sydney now? Or maybe he should worry about that destroyer. So I know I can destroy these guys quick and he can quit laying that smoke. So the range is 24.5. So let's move the, I'm probably not going to fire the Sydney. I'm going to fire the Caliano towards the Havoc. So what did I say? It's just over 24. So long range on all guns. So anything that can fire port. That looks like the back of the ship. Port. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So all of my 6-inch guns. So it's going to be 8 dice. Long range. Oh, it's going to be extreme range on the other. So long range. So it's a destroyer. It's a 9. Long range is going to be a 12. Okay, well, shoot. It's going to be 12, so then 10 followed by 8. So I'm rolling 8 dice. I'm looking for 10s followed by 8s. So I got 1 10 followed by another 10. So I get a hit. I think it's pretty much destroyed. Let's take a look here. Damage is, no, not necessarily. Okay, so the damage is 3. So the Havoc's going to take 3 hits. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Doesn't get the damage yet. I got to penetrate. 3 versus a 4. Oh, shoot. Got a 4. It has to be more. It's long range. But I am using the plunging fire thing. So it's +3. So it's a 4. +3 is 7. So he does get more. So he gets full damage. And then I roll 2d10 and he gets 10. So it's secondary battery turret. on the Havoc on the port side. Doesn't matter. And I don't know. Oh, number of turrets. Oh, 2 turrets. So it's 1. Well, he didn't destroy it. But these guys, the rest of them, firing port. I really thought I'd destroy it. I can't. If I don't destroy this guy, it's just crazy. Port and port. So it's going to be 4 dice. But it's extreme range, so it's a 5. So it's a 14. And there's no, 14. Shoot. So I didn't do my job. Wow. Crazy. Now this guy, he's going to blast away anybody that can fire Bandinere. I think we're about to lose another destroyer here. Dude. My smoking to save ships is not really helping. I'm losing ships as I go. Forward. I have 4 guns that can fire forward. This is going to be bad because they are close, dude. They are 10 inches. So, destroyer, 9. Dude, that is short range, so it is 0. So it's still a 9. Really? It's a 0? As you're firing at the hasty. Don't be hasty. I can't believe it's a 0, so it's still a 9? No, -2 because I'm within 20 inches, so yay. So it's now a 7. So now I'm going to fire 4 dice at 7 plus. Two hits. So penetration value of that is a 3 against a 4. Oh, he can fire torpedoes, and so can he. Oh, cool. I'm not sure I've ever fired torpedoes in this game. So I'm going to add these and need them to both be, so they're both more, but not triple, so I don't have to worry about that. So they're both more, and so he's going to take, I think he takes 6 damage on that. Yes, 6 and 6. He's done. Boom. That's 102 points to the Italians. The British plan is not working. So he doesn't get to launch torpedoes, but can he launch? No, he can't fire them through his head. I don't think you can fire torpedoes through smoke, even with a radar. I don't think. So shoot. All right, destroyer shooting step. It's a little over 24, I said, right? So let's pull all their stuff up. Havoc. Hero Ilex. It's extreme range. So it's an 8, 13, 12. Do I have any damages? No, 12. So I did 10 followed by an 8. Nothing, so we're good. Okay, so Havoc is done. Let's fire these guys. What are their ranges? It's all going to be starboard, starboard. This guy is, so 13 and a half, so 14. Oh, 13 and a half. No, that's still short range. And they all get to fire on starboard. So he gets 2 and 2. So he gets 4 at medium. Fort medium. The other guy will be the same, but I'll do the hero first. Fort medium range. So it's an 8, 9, back down to 8, down to 6. So 4 at 6. 1. I got 1 hit out of that. Penetration, need a high roll there. So 1 hit, and the penetration is 1 plus a 9 is 10. That gets it. So he's going to take 2 damage. So now he takes 2 more. And then 2 rolls of the dice to see what kind of damage he gets. So 13. Main battery turret, but you bump down to a secondary battery turret to the front. Oh, he's only got 1, so he's lost a gun, lost one of his mains. Okay, now that guy's going to fire. The Ilex, his range is going to be 16 and a half, so he's going to be long range. So it's a +3, 11, radar, 10, -2 secondary. So he's on an 8 to hit. Let's make sure he's got all this stuff here. So it's going to be 4 on, well, I'm going to do that math again. I think it's 8. Sorry, everybody. Light cruiser 8, 11. Nope. What is it? Yep, so it's long range. So 8, 11, 10, 8. So it's 8. 1 hit. I don't know. Now, remember, long range, he gets a 0 modifier. Shoot. It's a 2. Any other modifiers at all? Doggone it. He doesn't get to do anything, so it's only a 2. So he doesn't penetrate. So the damage is just 1. So he does take another point of damage, but no critical hits. All right, so that's good. So let's see where we stand right now. The only ship on the line that's taken damage, so the Italians have destroyed a ship here, and they've destroyed 2. So they're up to 102 points. I think the British need to, and no damage on the remaining British ships. There's now 4-2. The Italians have got them down to 2-1. The British need to be more aggressive. They are damaging this Bandinere. He's got down to, he's taken 6 points of damage. So he's down to 7. So 13 hull points out of 20. He's lost his forward-facing secondary turret. He's also lost 2 of his smaller secondary turrets facing both starboard and port starboard. So it looks like if you could get to starboard, you'll get a few less shots. So they need to get on this side of them. That's going to be really hard to do where they are. No one else has taken any damage. So the Sydney needs to get a lot more aggressive, and I need to turn on. I've been trying to smoke him out. Oh yeah, this guy took 3 hits, so he's got half his hit hull points left. No fires, no problems. But I need to circle him around and put smoke out. So I need to put this guy like here and spin this guy around and smoke around this way. And then kind of lead him. So I need to work on that. This is a joke. All right, so now it's the smoke pickup phase. So this disappears, and then this disappears. And then this disappears. And this disappears. That's a pretty cool way of picking up smoke. I'll leave it on there. I don't know. Maybe it'll impact it. You get some more regular sized cotton balls. My other batch is all torn into small little pieces. Oh man, okay, I'm liking it. I'm feeling good about it. Very cool. I might have to shoot a quick follow-up vid AAR on this. I don't even know how many turns I've played. So that's that. That's Naval Thunder. I'll come back and I may finish it behind the scenes. But thanks for watching, all who watch. Still got one. If that's you, Paul, thanks. So thanks for Paul and Al, Red Sox, and whoever else watched. Appreciate it. We'll all see you guys later. Have a good night or good day, depending on where you're watching.